Today, we're gonna have a lot of fun because we will be primarily addressing Meghan Markle, who used to think she was Diana Mach 2. We will also discuss her airhead husband and pothead mother. This is all very entertaining if you have to be subjected to it. It is insanity in action. We should not be driven mad by this. We should keep our distance and leave them to nurse Ratchet. Lady C goes on to parody. We were in a near catastrophic car chase going 80 miles an hour in a 20 mile per hour street. Anybody who has visited New York and does not have their brain addled by drugs or drink or mental issues will know it is not possible to go 80 miles per hour in the area they were in. The exploitation of Diana's death was disgusting. This was all done to get their IPP status back. They have yet again overplayed their hand. They expect to say any lie and have it believed by anybody. Every block in New York is covered with cameras. Some have already been uncovered. What was that white powder on her leg? Lady C laughs and keeps sniffling. Obviously, it was baby powder because Meghan is such a caring mother to the two children she carried for endless periods of time, like elephant time. Isn't it interesting how she never shared the details of her children's birth, yet she is so willing to talk about everything else? Sniffle, sniffle. They really need to lay off the drugs. Yes, of course. Harry has already confessed to taking drugs repeatedly. If they are not on drugs, they are totally insane. They acted like they were totally on drugs. A friend of mine pointed out how thin Meghan's legs are, which is a classic sign of drinking too much. Female lushes have shapeless legs. Meghan has alluded to her love of drink on her blog, The Tig. Lately, she's not been getting the attention she would like. Has that resulted in her hitting the sauce? Lady C seems to think that Meghan has Munchausen's, near catastrophic accident, going 15 miles per hour without seatbelts. Very well observed. Meghan does exhibit all the symptoms of Munchausen's, along with many other disorders. They really thought they could capitalize on this award with Gloria Steinem, who looks about to collapse and under past mistakes with the CIA and now present mistakes with Meghan Markle. They set this up to have Meghan's mother in attendance, so they could be reminded of Mother. Yes, how clever. This is the first time they showed themselves in 4 months, looking so slim. Some people say she's using Ozempic, but in my experience, all you have to do is hit that bottle. They plotted and planned this whole thing. They are turning into the West Coast Jussie Smollett. Yes, they are turning into Jussie Smollett. They have also shown their lack of respect for the law. Their security was blocking off streets. Did they play this at the last minute? They looked high. If Harry can prove his life is in danger, he may get his IPP status back. And what is the point of accepting this award? Women won the feminist battle years ago. So we don't need anything to learn from Meghan Markle, who has done everything in her life through men. Meghan and Harry are so delusional. They issued a statement demanding Backgrid return their footage at Backgrid's response. Backgrid insists they do not have to hand over property they own. It has emerged that they also tipped off Backgrid that they were having sushi with Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz, who have both denied having dinner with them. Why is it that everyone treats Harry and Meghan like pariahs? Just curious. Lady C broke into parody, mocking Meghan's speech, talking about service, once again implying Meghan knows all about servicing others to get where she is today. Meghan knows all about the service industry. Do you think Harry and Meghan and Doria switched to an open cab to be visible in photographs? Do you think Meghan did not wear a seatbelt to act like Diana? At one time, the police were behind them, and maybe Harry and Meghan wanted to avoid the police because they didn't want to get caught with something that may be legal in California. It is time they stop harassing the public with their silly antics. The fact they are never ashamed or embarrassed shows there is something very wrong with them. Very well observed. They are both shameless, she more than he. People with any propensity for embarrassment would not make jackasses out of themselves, would not exhibit their delusional ways. Manhattan is crazy busy. They could have done 50 miles an hour max on busy streets. Why did they get out of a blacked out vehicle? There is no way their story is right. I wish they would leave the USA. We do not want these two grifters here. They are crazy for Cocoa Puffs. They got into the taxi so they could be photographed. All this nonsense about security is pie in the sky. They are drug-addled and delusional. They want to create a scene so people would sympathize with Harry because his mother died like that. Well, Diana died because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and neither were the three of them. That is a violation of NYC law. They also knew that when they vacated the cab, which they were only in for 10 minutes, the 2-hour drama was really only 20 minutes. The whole thing was fabricated, and the taxi driver said they were never in any danger. On one hand, they were clever to get the attention they did. On the other hand, they were very stupid because everybody figured out that they were never in danger. Harry is trying to convince a judge he needs IPP status along with his wife and kids, to the tune of several $1,000,000 per year to the American taxpayers. This was calibrated to get their attention, but it doesn't occur to them they are making total idiots of themselves. The way this situation is developing shows Meghan and Harry are now on the skids in America. Meghan and the party prince have been all over TikTok. How would they know who to demand pictures from if they had not hired Backrid in the first place? Excellent question. This staged stunt and milking his mother's death is a disgrace. Agree, this is a cynical and disgusting exploitation of his mother's death. What category of individual trades upon that the way he and she have done? This is a new low, and yet Meghan smiles wide while destroying her husband's reputation, all part of her plan. Well, they made the mistake to demand these photos because they were the ones who ensured there was publicity there. In America, the paparazzi are protected by the First Amendment. And as long as they break no laws, which they did not in this instance, they have the right to earn a living and take photographs. Harry and Meghan cooperated with the paparazzi. Otherwise, they would not have gotten out of the blacked-out SUV and gotten into the taxi. Harry and Meghan, who exhibit tendencies as they exhibit through their conduct, force us to conclude they are mentally disturbed or emotionally disturbed. Some people think they are both insane, as in barking mad. It is mad that they think they can get away with this. They are definitely delusional if they think people believe they're rubbish. You have to be really sick to trade upon the death of your mother. They are destroying Diana's reputation. None of this makes any sense. What did they think the paparazzi were going to do? Beat them up? They colluded with the paparazzi to have their pictures taken. They are now justifying it and saying they did not want the paparazzi to know where they were staying. This is rubbish. The paparazzi were not forced down by the police, yet has anybody released where they were staying? Has anybody violated their privacy? It was one lie after another, one excuse after another. This is all manipulation by them to get publicity on their terms and security on their terms. What do you think of Lady C's arguments about Harry and Meghan's fake chase in New York? Let us know your thoughts below in the comment section. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.